Now on America East on campus, the America East Championship goes through Albany. We'll look at the women as they defend their title and the combo trying to lead the men to their third championship. A homecoming for one of the best players in Vermont's storied basketball history, and thoughts from two new head coaches in men's basketball, including game day with the Binghamton Bearcats.
It won! Hey, easy, sit down.
And a diving champion at UMBC and his quest for perfection. All now on America East on campus. Welcome to UMBC in Baltimore. We are inside the Aquatic Center on the campus of UMBC. It's our home for this edition of America East on campus. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Eric Freed. It is great to have you with us as we tell you the stories of the student athletes of the America East Conference. And they are gearing up around the conference for the America East Swimming and Diving Championships, middle of February on the campus of the University of Maine. And UMBC will have a diver competing for the men's diving championship. It's the defending champion, Andrew Eckhoff.
Inward 2.5 tuck, back 2.5 tuck, reverse 2.5 tuck, front 3.5 tuck, reverse 1.5, 2.5, back 1.5, 2.5, front 3.5. When I hit it, it's extra special, you know. I mean, I've been doing the same dives for 4 years, and I'm more confident with them, so I know where my body is, and I can pick my spots. When you're in the air, you kind of want to see where you are, because you know, when you come out of dive, if you're guessing, it's not going to end well. So the more you do it, the more repetition, you know, the better it's going to be. In the meet, when you have 1,000 people cheering and the swimmers are going, and it's real loud, you know, everybody's watching you, fear never really leaves, but it's still that kind of adrenaline that pushes you, you know. Without that fear, I don't think diving will be as fun.
The diver's the only one on the board at a time. If you compare it to swimming, there's 8 swimmers in the water. They're standing on the board, and they know that they have to do the dive, and they have to do it correctly. And there's a lot of pressure. And some athletes have a hard time getting over that pressure, and especially once they come to the Division I level, that they can break. And Andrew hasn't been that way. He's just progressed all 4 years, and he just knows how to just get it done.
First off, you're just feeling good. I always have a smile on my face before I try to do every dive, because it just puts me in a good mood, and I always feel more relaxed when I do that. And for me, a perfect dive is, the funny thing about diving is you don't actually dive off the board, you push it down and let it throw you up in the air. So if you get a good ride of the board and you feel it throw you up real high, and you come out real early and you see the water, and then you hit the water and you make what's called a rip, no splash, and you kind of feel like you get sucked through. So it's, as long as I feel like I go really high and have a clean entry, then I think I know I did really well underwater. You can always tell. I've always been a perfectionist by nature. My coach, if I hit a really good dive, he's like, you know, I was an 8, that was great. I'm like, you know, well, what can I do to get a 9? You know, I don't think, even when you get perfect 10s, you can always improve. So I think diving is definitely maybe more of a perfectionist, because when you do really well, you always want a little bit more, you know, you're never really satisfied.
He is a true competitor. He's a fighter, he's aggressive, but he's also a leader. He's been a captain for 2 years in a row. It's voted by our team. Some coaches actually like to name the captains. I like to have the vote. And this year it just stood out by itself. And for the last 5 years, we've actually had 3 captains. We just went with Andrew this year, and he's doing a wonderful job. So he's got the leadership role, he's got the aggression, he can relate to swimming. So it's just all around great guy.
Last year was the first time I finally won, so that was really exciting. It's just teammates pushing me, coaches on my back, you know. I mean, the year before I lost by 5 points, so that's basically my motivation. So that's what really pushed me to really want to win. I want to win conference again. I want to do well at zones. The ultimate goal is always to go to NCAA. Zones is really competitive, but you know, I think everyone has a shot on any given day. Going out on top, last year, don't want to lose.
A year ago, the Albany women won their first America East title. Now they're ready to defend their crown, while the Albany men are ready to make a title run of their own. A closer look at both teams with a focus on their senior leaders next on America East on campus.